Welcome back to our 2-Minute Tuesdays with Trish and Pastor Dave.
2 minute two.
All right, today's question is from Marcus.
Ooh, grand old Latin name.
All right, he asked, you seem to bring up political issues a lot for a pastor.
Ooh.
Separation of church and state.
Uh-oh, I can feel the dagger going in. Okay, let me pluck it out here before we get the rest of this question.
Why don't you talk about God and leave everything else alone? That's what you've been trained for, right?
Oh, Marcus! I mean, fine question. First of all, let's say something we've said before, that people have a neat little trick of calling things they agree with faithful or godly and things they disagree with political. So it is likely that Marcus and a lot of us have learned that when something annoys us or challenges us, we call that not faithful or political and say people shouldn't talk about it. But here's the problem, none of us are the center of the universe, nor are our biases or beliefs. So just because someone talks about something that might open up a new idea or challenge us doesn't mean that it's necessarily wrong. Now there are two things about being a pastor that apply to that. Number one, God is everywhere. God is not contained to a church or a certain set of words. When you walk out the door, God is there. When you go to the store, God is there. When you are out in the fields or in your home or whatever you are, God is there. It is absolutely unfaithful to talk about God as if God lived in a museum and had nothing to do with the rest of our lives. And what's more, God also asks justice of his people, compassion and love, particularly for the people who are made vulnerable or marginalized by one society. And to keep quiet when that is happening is not faithful. In fact, that aids it. If Trish is out here doing something horrible to someone, let's just say that she has a hamster and she is plucking the hairs out of the hamster one by one, and I hear this little hamster crying. I should not say, well, I am a pastor and my only place to speak is from the pulpit, therefore I guess I'll be quiet about that. I will say, no, Trish, stop harming that hamster. And I will take the hamster and I will pet it and I will love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I would hope so.
As would you, right? That's not faithful to be quiet in the midst of that. And no matter how you say, hamsters are not in the Bible, well, you know what is compassion and love to your fellow beings here on this earth. That's what we stand for, that's what we do, and that's what we're supposed to talk about. And I hope, Marcus, that answers your question.
Hamsters.
Hamsters.
Wow.
I'm sure you're kind to all hamsters in your life,
Visually
right?
scarring?
Yes, sorry. I mean,
It's okay.
I had to think of a ridiculous example that you would never do. of course.
Yeah, all right. Anyways, if you have
guinea
a
pigs,
question
maybe.
about, hamsters,
Any hamster or small rodent-related questions. yes.
right, we have a Twitter
At Dave Deckard,
and an email,
pastor@sov-id.org.
and we have a website at myboisechurch.org and more videos on YouTube at My Boise Church. All right, we will see you next week for our next video. Bye.
Hey, go kiss a hamster.